Imagine if you will, you take the whole entire city of St. Cloud and you cram them all into the Metrodome. Now you're thinking you have no room to move or anything like that. We have all been through this before, not just in football games, but like at the state fair and other crowded areas like that. And FIFA has problems like this as well, all around the world, like we've been through soccer games and stuff like that. So I believe that FIFA should set limits to how many people can go to their soccer games. First, we'll talk about exactly what the problem is of having too many people at soccer games. And second, we'll look at the solution to this. So my problem here is that too many innocent people are being affected because of this too many people at the games. And this problem has happened over the past century. According to the Telegraph's article, Football Stadium Disasters, published April 12, 2001, there was a scenario that happened in 1902 where, between England and Scotland, in which so many people conquered in the West Stands that it collapsed, and so many people were affected from this because the architects didn't believe that so many people should go onto the west side, yet it fell. Another example of this was, according to Associated Press article, Failed Disasters at Soccer Stadiums by MSNBC, updated February 1st, 2012. There was an unexpected hailstorm that happened, and there were so many people there that they could not have enough shelter, and 93 people were dead because of this. And it's something that's easily preventable. And also, according to John Fruin's article at crowdsafe.com, published January 2002, there was a scenario where, in Greece, where there was 45,000 people that all left the game with 1 minute at the same time. And so what happened here was that so many people tried to leave the game, but it was locked off. And people just kept going and going, and 24 people suffocated to death because of this. And so I believe this problem is happening worldwide. Like, for example, according to the Associated Press article in the Herald Tribune, published February 1st, 2012, there was an incident, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this, in Cairo, Egypt, where there were riots that broke out. Now, riots normally do happen, but when there's so many people here at once, that there's just no way to control them. And there's just no way to fix the problem. And because of this, 73 people were killed because of this. And also, according to Afonso Enzocto's article in the Seattle Times, published in 1996, there was a mass panic attack that happened in one side of this field. This happened in a Guatemala soccer game, and what happened was there was a group of people, they just started having a panic attack for anonymous reasons. And this spread throughout because they were panicking, they don't know why, but they were, and there was lots of injuries and fatalities through that as well. As stated in the Associated Press article that I talked about earlier on MSNBC, it talked about a fire that happened in 1985 England, and what happened here was that somebody was trying to get up and go to a trash can to throw their lit cigarette stuff away. Instead, they can't get through. So what they did instead was they flew it and they flinged it, and it hit the grandstand and caught it on fire. And because of this, lots of panic arose, and an estimated amount of 56 people were killed from this as well. And I've said it before, it is absolutely dangerous and life-threatening to have so many people at the Crowd Stadium. Physically, I've already explained. So lots of people get injured, lots of people were paralyzed, and there were even some fatalities because of this. Financially, there are definitely some financial troubles. As stated in the Telegraph's article, Football Stadium Disasters, published April 12, 2001, they talked about the 1985 England fire as well, as I stated before, and what happened was they had to rebuild their stadium, and it cost an estimated $100,000 because of something that could have easily been avoided. And there are some mental problems with this as well. As stated back in John Fruin's article, he stated how the idea of self-identity is lost through a mass group. So let's say in a soccer game between the United States and Germany, either you're part of the United States group or Germany group. You don't have your own thoughts or opinions. Whatever goes with the majority group, you must do it as well, because the idea is lost through the majority group. And so, through these examples, I believe that there must be limitations to seating. And I believe that FIFA must do this. And I believe they should have the limitations to, at most, 40,000 people. When there's a maximum of 40,000 people, It's still a lot of people, but it's easily more maintainable and controllable. And so to keep this idea in mind, what will happen is security will be hired. And we'll have more people to kind of control the riots and control intruders that'll try going in. Also, in all of the stadiums that FIFA and their soccer companies control, we'll implement televisions around the stadium and city so that more people can enjoy the game without being in such a clustered, dirty place. And to get the idea that of less people coming and to pay off for the television and guards, the price will go up to get into the game. I feel like this is definitely possible in our society today, as the advancement of televisions has made it cheap enough so that FIFA can go and buy plenty of them so that they can go around and lots of people can enjoy them. Also, it'll be a lot less compact, like I said before. Instead of having some dirty guy sitting next to you, you have your own space to go around and enjoy yourself. And you do have more space to roam. So like, let's just say you want to go get some lemonade or something like that. Instead of going through a bunch of people, you can just stand up, go to your fridge, get a lemonade, and then go back to your nearest TV and enjoy the game without missing any of the action. I believe this will be successful today, as more people can enjoy the game and they can get into FIFA, into the World Cup, which will happen in 2014. Also, more jobs. Jobs are huge in our society today, as the economy needs jobs, and the opportunity of jobs will go up, because we need people to be guards and to implement the televisions around each of the stadiums. And also, the chance of injury and all the other negative things I said earlier will go down severely because less people will be around. So, the problem is there's just way too many injuries and negative effects of having too many people at soccer games. The solution to this is that we need to set limitations as to how many people go and set up televisions and security guards to make sure that this problem could be solved. So I believe FIFA should set limitation as to how many people can go to the soccer games. Next time you guys go to a huge event, look around and think about it. What could possibly go wrong?